So, about to get into this joint, man. What up? What up? Peace. Hope everything is good. So I've been paying a little bit of attention to this Warren Sapp thing, and I guess Colorado Deion Sanders is the head coach of Colorado or whatever, and it seemed like the higher ups for that university is kind of hesitant on Warren Sapp, and rightfully so. I if I was chairman of the board or whatever, I'll be hesitant on the brother as well myself. Um, he the dude has no discipline. He has no discipline, and the reason why he doesn't have any discipline is because this man has a sexual problem. You know what I mean? So and unfortunately, whatever it is that you do in the past is going to definitely reflect or kind of hinder your future. Unfortunately, I mean, we're a society where we kind of are always gonna remember your deeds and your misdeeds, right? And unfortunately, people are gonna judge, and they're gonna have a stigma about whatever it is that you've done in your past or whatever. And I mean, that's just part of the game. That's just what it is. So this brother, he was working for the NFL Network, and I like this commentary. Um, and he got he got let go because of some prostitution thing, and then it came out that he bought some of his coworkers sex toys and all this and all that or whatever. You know what I mean? And I'm like, bro, one thing you can't do, man, especially as a black man, like you can't work at these companies and think that you're immune to any type of discipline, uh, any type of things that's gonna come your way as far as you not doing your job and you performing at your optimal best. Especially if you're being a distraction and you're doing all this crazy stuff. It's like, brother, and I ain't gonna lie, man. I learned the hard way my damn self. Yo, you never ever. I don't care how bad the girl is or whatever. You know what I mean. You never date a chick that you work with ever. You don't have sex with this girl. You don't do none of that stuff because all she got to do is lie on your ass, and you're fucking finished, bro. Your career is done. And I don't know. He just lost it. Like he just lost it, and he should be scrutinized, and he should be held accountable for his actions. So he had the little mishap at work. NFL Network let him go. You know what I mean? He had the little mishap, and then not only that, he had the mishap off out of work when he had the two little broads in his hotel room. He allegedly or whatever assaulted them or whatever, physically assaulted them or whatever. And they called the police on him and they locked him the fuck up. So that was his fault. It's like, I guess them chicks, they wanted a certain dollar amount, and I guess it wasn't really agreed upon or whatever the case may be, and he must have got upset or mad or whatever. Okay, cool. But you know, it's like, bro, if you gonna do your dirt, man, okay, cool, whatever. But you gotta be really discreet about it. And sometimes, like a situation like that, I'm not telling brothers what they need to do, but I'm just saying, like, sometimes you gotta take a L. Like, all right, I'm just have to take a L on this. And tricking, sometimes it can backfire. Like tricking can backfire like that. You spending money on a chick, she getting mad. Then what? What you going? Want your money back? You know what I'm saying? She ain't gonna give you your money back, bro. So you just gotta just take that. You just gotta just take that on the chin, keep it moving, keep pushing. You know what I mean? But you definitely ain't supposed to let none of this stuff fuck up your money. I don't know how much the anchors make on NFL Network. I'm sure they make pretty good money to be on. It's like an almost a national TV um, network or whatever. But football season, I'm sure they get paid. They get paid really well. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, you can't fumble the bag on that. And then you fumbling the bag is gonna force you to fumble the bag in future opportunities. Because if you're a head coach or assistant coach or whatever with Deion Sanders, and he already has a high profile, you know what I mean. That could open the doors for your future earning potential. So you got to just have foresight a lot of the times. And unfortunately, a lot of these athletes that retired or they're still playing, man, they dumb, man. I'm sorry, they dumb. They just some dumbass niggas, man. But I don't know, man. If I was the brother, you know, just just uh, there's certain bros out there that might like you or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Ain't really uh, he wasn't really, blessed with, he might have got hit with the ugly stick a couple times, but whatever. I'm sure some bros, they see your blue check, they know who you are, probably give up the box or whatever. All right, cool. Just keep it moving, bro. You ain't gotta do all this other stuff. It's not hard to get them, but you just gotta just take it easy out here, man. You can't sit there and be sexually harassing your coworkers and all this other crazy stuff. Because, like I said earlier, like if I was the chairman of the board or those alumni, those people that hold those positions for that university, they're gonna look at your past, bro. They're not gonna be like, oh, we're gonna give this brother another chance. Because trust and believe, man. You know, you these folks, man, they see a big black man hitting on some white little white chicks, younger white chicks, older white chicks. There is that stigma. Unfortunately, there's that stigma. That's even more reason why, as a black man, as a former athlete or whatever, former um, co-host or whatever the case may be, man, and the position that you held, you gotta hold yourself accountable. You gotta hold yourself to a higher standard. Like when I work at these corporations, man, like I said, I learned a valuable lesson a while back. All right, so this is story time, right? So I was abroad at this one company I worked at. She hit on me. She thought I was handsome, of course. So long story short, man, we exchanged numbers and everything like that, and I didn't even know she was in a relationship. So her significant other, I guess they were going through some rocky period or whatever. So the brother, was mad at me and upset and making threats and all that. And at that time, I just cut it off. Like it's not really worth it. I'm just letting this thing go, But that's different. Like it wasn't like I pursued her. Like she pursued me or whatever. And by the time we exchanged numbers and we was talking, I was already leaving that organization anyway. So, but if I was to stay there at that job, you know what I'm saying, I would have, I wouldn't have dated her seriously or dated her at all because, now you got people in your business and oh y'all two dating, why y'all sitting at lunch all the time, why y'all, it's gonna just make you got to be focused on your money, man. You can't be focused on these bras at work. You got to be focused on making your money, moving up the ladder if you choose to do so, if you want to do the corporate thing or whatever. And that's it, man. Get your bag and keep it moving. But you got too many brothers, man. They just pussy chasing all the time. You know what I mean? And they lose sight, and they become undisciplined and all that stuff or whatever. So, but that's that story. But this brother, first of all, I'm not buying if I'm buying Christmas presents. I'm not buying my colleagues anything obscene like that. That's just you just asking for trouble. You're gonna get fired. You're gonna get let go. You know what I mean? And folks ain't going for none of that, man. So and the thing is, I bet you this is probably what happened. I can almost guarantee it. Shorty probably was like, oh, thanks for the gift. I really appreciate it, laughing and giggling and shit like that, right? But once she got caught up, because I think it was Warren Sapp, it was some other brothers on the network. They basically, NFL Network had to clean house. It was just on some fraternity ranch house bullshit. They had to just clean that up. It was just unprofessional. You know what I mean? Whoever's watching this video, y'all can look that up. That happened some years ago, but they let go. Who else was on that joint? I think it was Marshall Falk. They fired him. They fired everybody. It was just too much. So Shorty probably took the gifts and was smiling and happy and all that. And you don't do that at work. You go there, you be professional. You know, you keep your conversations, on a professional level, and that's it. Like there's no exchanging numbers and sending these crazy text messages and DMs and you know mentioning any sexual innuendos or any of that stuff towards these females, because all they got to do is just walk into HR. They can be on that. They can be on that period. You know what? I didn't really like what Warren said. I'm getting this nigga fired. All I got to do is just be like, all right, I'm going up in that up the HR. I'm gonna tell these folks that this dude's been sexually harassing me. I'm gonna show him these text messages, these phone calls. He keep calling me late night, and they're gonna fire your ass. They're gonna get rid of your fucking ass. And I've seen people get fired for sexual harassment. Like one organization I used to work for, right? Well, I'd already left, but this is what happens in corporate, and a lot of people, they don't understand. They just think that sexual harassment comes from the male end. No, it comes on the female end too, because a lot of these broads, they want attention because they can't get attention from their man at home or other regular men on the street, or they just looking for a certain caliber man or whatever. Quiet is kept. So so it was a broad. She was like a leader. She was she was a basically a branch chief for organization or whatever. I'm gonna just leave that at that, right? So what she was doing was she was sending all her the people under her all these crazy text messages and stuff like that. She was taking these dudes out in the parking lot, letting them smash, and it was just a big freak fest. So when came out uh and went up to like upper management, and they let everybody go. They even let go the people that knew about it, that didn't say anything, that just that was just like on the sidelines, like just chilling. They just had to clean house. And that's what I'm telling brothers in this video. Like, man, don't get yourself caught up in none of this bullshit. Oh, this girl talking to this dude. Man, listen, man, go to work, get your bread, move up, learn as much as you can, keep moving up, keep doing what you can do, take care of your family. That should be your main concern. Everybody else is, hey, we're colleagues, we're work partners, and that's where the line drawn. Yeah, you might build good relationships with people, outside of work or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But even then, you still gotta have that line of, hey, we cool, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? There's not gonna be no personal relationship, none of that shit. So my whole job thing, besides the little situation I had, I always carried it that way. I had other, especially working like the lower level type of jobs. When I worked at like Foot Locker, and I worked at this joint called what was it called? It was called Off Broadway Shoe Warehouse. I had a couple of the little broads in there, like trying to push up on me and all that, but I just kept my distance, man. It's like, man, well, I'm good. I'm straight. I don't want to go out on a date with you outside of work, and nothing. I don't want to do none of that, because for one, just imagine if you do start dating them, right? So you're gonna see them at work, you're gonna see them at when they come to your spot, or you go to their spot. You're just gonna be seeing each other all the time, and you just need space, to get your mind clear, and you can be able to focus on um higher aspirations, things that you need to really do. Like either you want to go back to college or learn some new skills, or start a business or whatever. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, I mean, I don't really think this video has to be too long. I mean, I'm just giving, like I said, I'm gonna start going live more often, like every day or every other day, and kind of give my, my perspective on current events that interest me, or I can kind of speak about and just give my perspective. So, but whoever's listening, man, I hope y'all like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. That'll be great. That'll really help the channel grow. So I need to really get on this. And I had a lot of people be like, "Yo, you know what? You need to start the channel because you kind of funny and all that or whatever." So, oh, all right, I'll do that. Like I got a good reaction on my Zion Williams video because that brother, he's another one, man. I don't know, that dude's just lost in the sauce, man. But I gave a video talking about Zion Williams, and how he had got the one little chick pregnant and the side chick, little broad or whatever, she was going crazy on Twitter and tagging the Pelicans organization and all this other madness. It's a lot of this stuff is not worth it, man. Because these people, man, once you start really making money and you really ascending up it could be the corporate ladder, or you becoming a real firm businessman, and you got that money coming in. You got 10 grand coming in, $15,000 a month coming in, $20,000 a month coming in. Yo, trust and believe, man. People do not want to see you shine, especially if you're a black man in particular. They want to definitely tear you down and want to see you at the very bottom. I might do a video, you know, figuratively speaking. I might do a video on the Jonathan Majors thing. Get my input on that because the brother ran away and still got charged. You know what I'm saying? So, and we had that on camera, but that video will probably be like, yo, when to let it go or something like that, starring Jonathan Majors or something. But yeah, man. So basically, to wrap this up, you know, if you are a brother and you got a past, especially in a corporate atmosphere, on the field or off the field, whatever you do on the field, off the field, in the office, off the office, or whatever, that will potentially affect your future earning potential. That will, that will definitely affect, future opportunities, your future earning potential, future business relationships, and everything, because people are gonna be like, like I said earlier in the video, people are gonna judge, and honestly, they have that right. So if like I said, if I'm in charge of the organization, I know this brother has all these issues off the field, off the job. He like the broads. He can't keep he can't keep his manhood in his pants and all this and all that, and saying stuff to chicks on at work and all this and all that. That's like offensive. Then yeah, I gotta really, really take a hard look if I want this man to represent my company and my organization. Because honestly, it's all about the money. It's all about the bottom line. It's like, look, Deion Sanders, right? Deion Sanders is making Colorado a lot of money, right? Just think about the chambers of commerce in that area, and the people that's like donating money to their school, and all that. They'll look at that. Okay, Dion, why are you're supposed to be a Christian man, you're supposed to be a strong black father, and your motivational speaking, all that, and you got this degenerate. I'm just saying, I'm not saying Warren Sapp is a degenerate, but they're gonna look at Warren Sapp as being a degenerate. They're gonna be like, yo, why do you got this degenerate part of your organization? Because the people that you hang around and you surround yourself with, unfortunately, they're gonna represent you. Understand that they're gonna represent you. They're gonna paint a picture of who you are. So if you want to hang, you could be, um, a suit and tie dude or whatever, right? But you hanging around a bunch of felons, criminals, thugs, niggas that's on the block hustling, selling drugs, busting guns, killing people and all that. People, and when you go out with those guys, like just say to a public function, the motherfuckers gonna be like, oh yeah, he a thug nigga. That's how they gonna look at that shit. So, but yeah, I'm gonna get off this joint. I think I said enough. I think I made my point. But yeah, brothers, like if Y'all at these work joints, and you out and all that, man. Just keep it professional. Even like if you do like the happy hour thing or all that. Like I don't even suggest like it. I think brothers should go out to the happy hour and like build professional relationships with people, but you shouldn't really partake in too much drinking and shit. You have one little drink, that's it. And even having one is pushing it. But yeah, you just keep it professional, man. That's it. Get your money, man. Keep moving up, or pivot from corporate if you can. That's really the best move for the black man, in my opinion. But I'm about to get out this joint, man.